Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that you're jaded, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Get a grip.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual. Especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Talk to all these people, but do I want to talk to all of them? Yeah, I feel like it's
needs it.
Oh, please spare me.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
How to do the vampire? Okay, there we go. I'm in the right place. I'm confused.
Apologize when you're feeling better.
Okay.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of
I was
your
saying
work,
how much
Dr. Reed.
this game is so much like Life is Strange, and I failed to realize that these are the same people who made this. That's why it's so like similar. I'm so surprised.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Make you choose a career.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me.
To be a doctor.
I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
I'll be glad to help you. Research is exhausting.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to...
Epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Let's see. Not successful yet. Okay. Sociable circle. Okay.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival...
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
I feel like I already know you need my help.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
I unlocked the mission. Okay. I'll just put it here. You can start in...
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Okay, well then.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ella. As for me, I'm still younger with you.
I want to talk to all these people, but I don't want to, like, make it so boring with just talking, so...
I know that Pembroke will
We'll talk to
prevail
these
and
people later.
survive this epidemic.
No. Okay. How do you do this fucking mission? Yeah? Okay, hold on. Ice cream trucks passing by.
It's locked, all right.
Well, treats me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see.
So the only way I could do that mission
Would you
is
mind
if I
telling me
talk
more
to that
about
other
your
person.
situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed
I have to
properly.
talk to these people. How's your life in London? Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wood and nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Oh, sweet girl. Reed, I never could keep anything from her.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why?
And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Damn, why he's so rude? We must communicate, bitch.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see.
He's
Then
so
maybe it's not
rude.
just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me...
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Oh, I saved my life. Ooh. Ooh. These two sound too rude, so I'm gonna go with this one.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon, and it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative. It is a question of integrity.
Oh no, I pissed them off.
These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
I fucked up. Oh shit, I fucked up. Do you have a problem with me? Oh.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure. But my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Okay. Okay.
I really hope you're right about this, Dr. Ackroyd. I'm trusting your judgment on this.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time, his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Why is he such an asshole?
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Oh my god, I don't know how to approach this guy. No need for the... Let's go with this.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Okay. Did I unlock that stupid shit that I have to unlock? Oh, yes, I did. Done with this shit. Oh! Oh my god, I had to find my office on the second floor this whole time. I'm so dumb. This is why you read, kids. This is why you read. Not reading that shit though. Let's find this dumb office. Let's go in here, see if there's anything I could take. Yes, there is. Anything over here? No. Alright, let's finish this office mission first. This should be the second floor. And I should be able to walk over here.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Hardy har har. Okay. Why? Fucking ugh. Okay.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Okay, so let's go nighty-night. Oh my god, bitch. Shut up.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from mortals. But what about my thirst for blood? The flower's dying. It needs water.
Needs water. Ooh! Who gonna do all that reading? Not I.
It's locked.
Dr. Swansea asked me to collect you, Dr. Reed. Hurry up.
Oh! Watch your tone, lady.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
This room's off limits? No.
Sorry. There's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If
The Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Okay. Where are we going? Okay, we're going here, right? Do I press? Okay. Alright, puñeta. Let's go. Trying to punch you? I can't. Okay, let's go. I wish I could, the way she was talking to me. Hurry up! Okay, wait. Okay, that other mission needs to go. This is confusing me. On track. Okay. Can I go this way? Please don't say locked. Okay. Perfect.
It's locked, all right.
Okay, no. Do I have to go this way?
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody. It's locked. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. It's locked, all right. key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Yeah! What was that? I fucking screamed! Stop! Die! You fucking bitch! Where are you? Are you dead? Are you still alive? Whew, that fucking scared me. Alright. Let's heal myself. Oh, my fucking heart.
Balls of Mars, fortified. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Oh my god, these shits are scary. Oh my goodness. What, another one? Please stop. No more. Oh my god, another one of these bitches. Toma! Ooh. I'm sweating. It's kind of scary. What is my mission? Oh, another knife. Okay, equip. Alright, a new type of. Okay. How do you do that?
It's locked.
Scary. I'm so confused. Oh. Shut up, stream. Okay. Alright. Oh, can I buy these? No. Offhand? How do you use this? I didn't read properly. Is it? I'm doing that on the pad, but it's not like at the same time. equip these other weapons? Shut up! So annoying. Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. Stop. Stop. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Go away. Leave me alone. Why are you Stop. Why is there like a shadow? Go away. Go away. Leave me alone. No. Can y'all relax? Come on. You know how to dodge. Oh my fuck. No, no, no. I am so dread. I gotta start all the way from over here. Oh, they played me. They played me. Oh my god! Try this.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Fuck this game. Fuck this game. I don't understand why, like, what am I doing wrong? I'm dodging. It's really hard, cause like, I guess I have to fill my blood meter up so that I could heal more. What the heck is that noise? So it's not really like working. Like there's two of them, so it's hard. Alright, let's try this bitch again. Yeah, like the camera angle, like sometimes when they jump on you, it goes completely away from him, so I can't really see. And like, it's like hard to. This is dodging, and then. I'm like, I don't know how else they want me to fight those things. I don't even know if I'm like ready. I'm gonna try again. Bitch, move. And then like, it says, oh, okay. Can I add something? Oh, I'm stupid. I'm a fucking dummy. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Oh, I have no bullets though. Do I? Ammo. Let's just use that. Oh, finally. Alright, I'm gonna use this fucking whatever this shit is. Hopefully that helps. Alright, bitch. Fuck you. No. No, why is that? Stream fucking over. Why? Didn't he just die? I'm not understanding. Do I have to be here? Do I have all the shit? I don't think I do, to be honest. I think I have to be in there. What is this? Find some sodium. I have to get that stuff that's in the middle of that table. Oh my god. But I don't understand, he's like a level 7 and he keeps like regenerating. And then there's like 2 of them, so I really don't know what to fucking do. Fucking life recharges. I'm doing this off air. Bye!